for Cloud9. Maybe it's the search and destroy. I'm not sure.
Maybe it's the search and destroy. You got rid of Hyde. We'll see what you can do without your best guy.
He was the
Take a look at our pick'ems. We've got 89% of the fan poll going with KOI. I'll be honest, I was expecting that to be 90 plus. There's been a lot of C9 haters out there. A little bit of belief after the performance on the B stream, Allie.
People love a good underdog. I mean, even me yesterday, I was picking against Faze just for fun. So they love the underdogs. Happy to see it in double digits.
And yesterday, or day one, you told me Cloud9 could go to a game 5 against a much higher seeded team. How far does this series go?
I think this one's a 3-0, unfortunately. I think KOI win.
Movistar KOI, 3-0.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with Movistar KOI. They made me a believer.
Player to watch? Kips.
Abe.
Aroma's little brother.
Abe.
Abe, Kips, you let us know in the chat. Maybe it's Jamie. Maybe it's CleanX. Let's get the games on.
It's that beast high in the air. But the problem is, for the teams here today, several of them will see their keys crushed for the first time on the main stage. Lou, would you please do the honor of welcoming our first team on the chopping block?
My pleasure, and I think we're going to be getting boos here from the French crowd as it is Movistar KOI!
There they are.
They fly the KOI flag into Paris, carrying every ounce of Spanish and Canadian pride behind them. Tough fighting their rhythm in this season with an early exit at champs, and it's still stinging, but talent doesn't just disappear. Mesdames, Messieurs, c'est Movistar KOI!
And their opponents, Cloud9! 4 wins all CDL season. No champs. Almost written off before Paris even began. But here they are, still standing. They survived Omit. They earned another chance. And suddenly, C9 are 1 series away from one of the biggest turnarounds of the year.
Who is gonna be the most resilient team back against the wall? Will it be Movistar KOI or Cloud9? Let's figure out.
Yeah, last day of groups, day 3 of EWC, and this one, like Ant said, should be pretty predictable, but I don't know. There's something in the water. It feels like taking on Cloud9. Let's get it on.
Yeah, and this is the guy I instantly want to see, because so far throughout the weekend, Abe has been the best player for KOI. There's been a lot of talk about this guy. Are you going to be able to fill the shoes of what was previously here in Joe the Thieves? And so far here at EWC, he is coming out the gate swinging, with all of mid-map control, lining up the kill feed, not what you want to see early out of C9.
I mean, we're not getting any gunfights over the middle of the map. No one's looking for the flank from CleanX, who's now all of a sudden off to a 3-0 start. Nobody from Cloud9 has found a gunfight win yet. It is 23-1. Spawns are starting to move. Nedra behind the play, finally gets Cloud9 a kill, and he turns that into a second. Nice moment. CleanX turning back to work on this play.
His teammates need to be a little bit more aggressive, so you can potentially spawn 3 players from KOI all the way across the map, but it's still CleanX on 5 in a row. Potentially soak up this final 5 seconds, but Webby's going to make him pay for it. Now it's all the rest of the KOI trying to break through the front.
Yeah, but it's just down to, can you find those opening gunfights? And yes, they can. Abe instantly to break from the back. Gwyn, first one forward. Nedra able to find one through couches. Now you got multiple points of ingress coming through, but how about that for KOI? Able to shut it down, find the kills. Webby, last one left, would have to win the 1v2. Good damage, finds the elimination. Follow up from Abe. No, Abe finally able to get there, but Cloud9 still spawn close.
Yeah, and they have those SMGs that are going to allow them to just flood through any doorway, hit a couple shots, and eventually leads to that break. Still 20 seconds here at the P2, but Toby again continues to find multi-kills all the way around the map. Already off to a 9-2 start, and I love the patient play right there out of the tissue. The final 15 seconds is going to go to KOI, and you also have players early off the roto.
Abe will win the last 1v1 for the scrap time as well. So yeah, now you put your focus over to Insight in Kips. Locking down the rotation. I think both have subs in hands right now after that last P2, and that seems to be the case. Nice moment there from Insight to find 2. Cloud9 still with a couple of players over through the threshold and to fight over through 10. Kips, good recognition on the spawns here from Kips, but on Cloud9, an opportunity to try to work their way through, but CleanX is continuing to keep the hot hand. 12-3 start. Abe in trouble, but help is on the way.
If you are seeing how this might be your window that you want, you are already in control of dojo control. You have Encourage, who opens up with the double to keeping you on this side of the map with the full force. But with only 30 seconds left, KOI are not thinking about that rotation. They can blow the game wide open, but all this risk is not going to work out because C9 are now bringing their slaying presence.
Oh, and CleanX actually gets taken down by a nade at the mid-cut, so now all of a sudden this next hit for KOI is a bit limited. Could be playing a bit of a 3v3 here. Trade over through the mid. Kips still waiting for his opportunity to collapse onto the hard point, and there it is. Able to find one. Nice shots to Webby, but he's able to respond. And look at Cloud9. Very well adjusted here. You're going to let Webby play for the exit through Dojo. Everyone else on rotation as Abe falls off the map.
Yeah, Abe falls off the map. That's not going to help because you potentially would have spawned Webby all the way on the opposite side. You could have been in through Dojo, but now C9 set up off the rotation, and they're also finding kills off the rotation. This first wave already realistically should be shut down.
And that's exactly right. That's something that we've seen from Cloud9 not go right before, where they get the P4 first and then they just get broken on their first setup. Not the case here. Second attempt for KOI. Limited as Webby finds an elimination over the top. Insight on the backside of the play.
Big win.
Huge win. Gives an opportunity here for KOI to potentially go quick. You've got Kips on the pinch, but he tries to go right to the hard point.
no.
Somehow Webby doesn't actually shut him down, so that will lead to a spawn flip and a hard point.
Yeah,
flip.
it was the act of surprise. I think Webby was just holding that frag to throw it at the outskirts. But as soon as he's ready to let it go, CleanX just flies across his screen. And the unfortunate team kill is going to allow KOI a good break for at least 20 seconds. Going to end out the first set up by 50. The battle for mid-map continues to brew. But if you're on Cloud9, we need to get some cuts, so it's going to be on Incurse to win this gunfight at mid-alley.
I like that call. Cloud9 making their move, but getting shutdowns come through. Kips picked up on this pinch. Need to find this kill, but not able to. Not great news there. Cloud9 scrambling a little bit. Let's do a Fly Saudi check-in to see how Cloud9 are coming.
Time, one couches, one on time, one couch. Nice. Vines in time, Are you? Could be here.
One hill again, done.
Let's get it.
You're right on me, right.
How much? Be cut. Low right. Alright, CleanX, okay? Go left, challenge. Yeah, take your time, guys. On our couch. Have a right.
They're running through.
Go left couch.
Let's find out. Ready?
Someone right.
I'm up on me, I'm dead. He's trying from broken. Play left in the back, I'm coming different too.
He was in broken. He's deep tower Kips. He's deep spawn.
Go right, I can help you. Ready, I'm in couch, I'm in PT right now. Kill the back.
Yeah, I spawn up front, guys.
Ready, I'm on a couch.
Garage is open.
Yo, couch.
Garage is open still.
I gotta need that one shot. Yeah, watch your back.
Garage.
I gotta need one shot. Two in, one shot.
That moment of panic right here. Cloud9 desperately need to find a way to hold on towards the front side of P2. So far the opening, but KOI still spawning close.
Yeah, KOI have the close spawns, and they also have a CleanX. He is dominating them in all of these gunfights whenever he has that NPC in hand. And now they find that opening kill. They're going to try to send the pressure up through the back steps with a Squid with the opening double. Still going to try to give your team the numbers advantage, but it's going to be a 1v1.
Yeah, Webby just doesn't predict the correct corner. CleanX almost able to turn that into a double. Encourage shut down by Kips. Now a zone of pressure can start to be established, especially as Insight shuts down couches. Nezra known over towards the inner side at rooftops, and Abe wants blood, and he'll find it. Over the top, long-range shots from Encourage are good, and Webby will actually sneak in through couches to get this one more try for Cloud9, but CleanX is still here, and he's hunting you with a knife. But Kips will find it first, and Cloud9 now in some big trouble.
Yeah, now you need to win these gunfights that are extremely important off the rotation, but you already lose the first. Now you're not going to have the numbers, and all of your teammates are trying to flood up through the mid-cut. This is going to be easy for KOI to just trap you on this side of the map. You needed the Kips is lining up a double, and they're already in the time.
Yeah, I mean, they can just keep focusing the subs forward because Insight's just holding the Godhead. CleanX is watching the pinch. Everyone else is running a sub.
Oh my goodness.
It's just too easy right now. Cloud9 cannot get set up. More staggered spawns on the way. And this is just going to lead to a runaway score pending that Movistar KOI just remember to stay on the top of the hard point.
And this is where C9 need to realize, okay, we got to stop going one by one. We need team pushes, and we potentially want to try to come back into this game. But every time they go for it, they're not finding that initial kill. It's 3 for 1, make it 4 for 1 spawns all the way across the map. KOI can do no wrong.
Yeah, this is pretty much perfect right there. I mean, I don't know what you could possibly pick apart. I mean, KOI played that absolutely flawlessly. Cloud9 off the rebuttal, though, and the scrap time looking decent. Abe in some trouble with to find himself an AR. Plus the nade lands. If he gets this third one, all pressure would be alleviated, and he does. Although, wait till he spawned through pillar side. Somehow, some way, with P3 still active, a couple of Cloud9 members will spawn close. Kip's not expecting that, but Abe has Nezra held. Nowhere to go. Quick follow-up throw through patio will have Cloud9 still spawning close.
And It's already Koi knocking at the front door. Beautiful crossfire set up there from Tips to start off the fights, and that's exactly what's been going on all throughout this map, number 1. When it comes down to team versus team, it's Koi giving themselves early advantages time and time again.
Yep.
And it is forcing Cloud9 to just be uncomfortable all throughout this opening map, number 1. But finally, you clear out the back. You have a chance to get at least out of the 100-point club.
Tons of damage from CleanX. Everybody's one shot. Kips is going to follow up and say thank you very much. Insight right there with him. Cloud9 still struggling to get into the hard point. Trophy system still active in sight. Oh, no. That may have been a nade that came from one Cloud9, or pardon me, from one of the Movistar KOI members to connect onto that. But regardless of it, moment of panic as Cloud9 find themselves down over 100 moving to our third set of hills.
Something about Webby and Frags at that P4 and just towards the P1 time. They have the win condition right in front of them, but this is where C9 need to step up their aggression. You already found 2 kills. Let's go.
Yep, and Ezra, well, he's trying to get forward with Win. Not going to work out. Nice shots from Encourage. Keeps Cloud9 on the hard point. More tags coming through from CleanX. Keeps making his move over through mid-cut, and CleanX is going to call the Hellstorm here. Just kind of why not? Throw a little bit of salt in the wounds right now. We'll clear them out. Not able to get any eliminations, and actually Encourage and Gwyn finding kills will allow Cloud9 to start to play forward here. It's just Insight in the way, but he's got a couple of low health pools in front of him. Pushes forward to find 2, that's all 4 dead.
Yeah, the 2 guys that you're thinking, all right, we kill these players, we're going to be able to flip these spawns, and that Hellstorm that they just called in is for absolutely nothing. But Insight and CleanX, they've been finding multi-kills all throughout this game, and they continue to do so. Spawn's getting a little bit freaky, though.
Yeah, not looking good right now, but all it takes is a couple of wins, and that can set things aside. Encourage, last one left alive here for Cloud9 will be dealt with. Spawns are in for the moment for KOI. Webby quickly through Couch's shutdown. Hero ball, try to make plays happen. I get it. You're down over 100, but this looks like the closeout here for KOI.
Yeah, they're already creating that extra space through the front side of rooftops. SMGs are not losing gunfights, but Encourage is able to find a double. It's still a lifeline here for Cloud9 and extend this game a little bit longer, but it's only a matter of time with KOI hitting those close back spawns, flooding with these SMGs, but Abe's the only one able to find one.
Gets himself a second. Insight still playing over through Couches. Not able to get the best of Nezra, but this would have to be heroic. Hello, Kips. Thinking he was playing the backside of the site, not the case. And we'll focus now over to rotation. Tough rotation here for KOI. Have a couple of players over towards P4, just 2 players here, but Insight gives you the first. Abe will make Insight aware that there are a couple more players on this cross, and now you got the pinch, and that will likely be where the game comes to an end here.
Yeah, it's 3 players from KOI off the rotation, only losing 1 player in the process. Know exactly where the pressure is going to come in. Final 10 seconds.
Long-standing duo of CleanX and Insight leading the way here for Movistar KOI. CleanX maybe has the final punch. Ooh, careful. Almost fell off the map. Instead turns that into 2 with a little bit more damage onto Webby, who finds a double of his own, but it doesn't make a difference. No one can find kills on the point.
Johnny, how proud are you of your son right now?
I'm always proud of my son. He's amazing. And can I just say I want to thank the French population here for giving my son a warm welcome. And yeah, I stand by what he said. What do we think of mates?
What do we think of him?
Shit.
Whoa! I didn't think Johnny was going to drop an S-bomb this early in the show, but here we are.
We'll wait on that point as they will be starting off on the attack, and Gwyn will kick us with first blood.
All right, I love that initial play call from C9. You just got beat up in map number 1, but we're still going to be confident as ever to be the aggressors to start off here on Raid. They were Team B in the veto process, so this is going to be their map pick, but an early first blood, they're willing to give up this A bomb site, and KOI are not willing to get this bomb down.
Now, they're looking for another pick first, at least some information of where they can set their post plan up, and they will decide to do this over through Laundry. Encourage was the one seen backside tree. 3-man hit through the driveway for Cloud9's retake. Encourage is just trying to pull as much attention as humanly possible. Abe, what can you get a read on? I think you may have seen 2, but he catches a nade, and that actually bounces and finds Insight as well with the car bomb. Gwyn will get the ace on the round with it. Good opener.
That's a fantastic opener. Got the read. That Gwyn was as aggressive as he was over towards Laundry, so you're going to forfeit this A bomb play 4v4.
Looks like CleanX is trying to put some pressure on through pillars. Abe throwing shoulders, has Webby known over through Zig. Looks like they're going to try to teamwork him out, but Abe will just do it himself. Okay, good first blood there. Defense now starting to form up over through mid. Still have not seen Insight be a part of the play. He's just making sure nobody pushes out through Laundry. Now we're going to get the 2-2 hit. Nezra in some trouble. Insight will fall, though. Encourage followed up, but now it's on the Gwyn in the corner. Nowhere to go. Easy retake for KOI.
Yeah, he's just trapped, and I'm thinking, all right, this round is going to be guaranteed if Webby just would.
Based on the minimap, looked like both were going to jail out. Not the case. 2-2 split off the get-go here for KOI's second offense. 3-1 for the defense, stacking over towards A. Insight taking what looked to be a little bit of damage. He will move back, and they're going to see that, yep, CleanX has got water steps, so let's go ahead and head this over to B.
Yeah, no one's showing face on this side of the map, so don't want to hesitate. Get the objective planted, but the longer you wait, the more space that C9 are going to take on the pinch angle. They're actually going to cut it short and instantly be here for a retake.
Oh, CleanX able to get away, but Abe is actually not able to get the bomb planted. CleanX trying to play recovery, sees Encourage at range. That is a tough fight with an SMG. Gwyn will fly it out, find himself another. So he's on 6-1. Nice shot from Kips, can't finish the kill. Not the weapon you want. Stuck on the pistol. Kips somehow gets credit for Encourage.
Fell off the map? What is going on?
I don't know, but now Kips has an opportunity. Wait, Gwyn fell off the map
This
too?
is a 1v4 technically, Al.
What is happening? Now it's a 1v2, and goodness, that would have been embarrassing.
Two water steps, but a nade is going to connect. Only 21 HP in a dream, but he's able to recover.
Yeah.
Stay alive and now have some assistance.
Yeah, really nice from Kips to fly out to keep him safe, but Abe just runs forward. I think just knowing that there was some pressure through laundry, he was thinking there was nobody here. Not the case. It's just Gwyn on a solo mission, and he has done everything and almost gets all the defense that's there too. Instead, now it's Kips trying to find a reposition, and that was just, I'll tell you what, KOI completely baffled thanks to Gwyn's pressure.
Yeah, Gwyn just throwing so many shows, you're thinking the play 100% has to be at the opposite bomb site, so knife out, let's try to work on his pinch. And you just get caught.
Better of it, and they'll re-wrap this all the way through water steps and behind. The timing of this could be exquisite.
Yeah, whatever we're going to do, let's do it together. The commitment to work the pinch route. KOI still trying to gather some information. By the time you get it, though, they're already going to be in your face. Shots going down. Insight gets caught. Number C9.
Yeah, really well done there from Cloud9. Movistar KOI just still worried about the battle through mid. You don't anticipate the long wrap through your spawn. So now the map will flip around. It'll be Movistar KOI playing from the defensive side of the map. Cloud9 stacked up over their bedroom playing crossfire angles, and Webby's just holding still. Possibility for contact visually here, but Encourage gets melted. And now we've got a 2v2, should be a safe post plant here unless someone pushes forward to challenge, and Gwyn wants blood. Moves up over towards steps, has nades ready to go. Webby finds the kill. Time now not on the side of Movistar KOI and Cloud9 come away with the round.
Yeah, I don't know what it is right now with KOI, but they just keep on leaving their
going. Including that moment right there from Encourage. First blood shut down. Quick play from Abe. In a little bit of trouble here. Can he get away? Yes, he can. He's got help from Insight. Still a bit of a question of these two defenders staying healthy. And it looks like with that little pause, yep, Insight can still hold the angle, find another. Yeah, the damage dealt by the first blood has now been completely mitigated.
And now if you are KOI, don't give this guy a chance. 3 guns versus 1. Let's try to stack one side of the map. If he's going to get the bomb plant, the retake should be extremely easy. But the frag is able to connect onto Insight, but doesn't connect with any shots. So now time is not going to be your best friend. Nezra has to make this work quickly.
Yeah, he's just going to have to hope that he's got good timing elsewhere on the map. Slinking forward. He's been seen. Okay, KOI on the board. But we need to start seeing a narrative change, especially in the first 30 seconds if KOI want to get back into this map.
Yeah, but it was good to see the teamwork aspect right there. Let's just keep that guy alive.
Trophy system down at mid. Quick aggression here from Abe. Shots out of Gwyn. You should know he's playing somewhere at ring, and just split decision moment where Abe is thinking I can plant, but no, we get the comm that Gwyn's still playing forward. So we lose the bomb carrier again. Gwyn is out of there. Follow-up shots from Kips are good. He wants the kill, but he's not going to find it. Webby, meanwhile, mid-map is able to tally onto Insight. Battle outer, not going to work. It just feels a little scattery right now from KOI.
It's a little too quick. They weren't aggressive in towards ring. They try to plant it for mid-map so they can have a full mid-map control post plant. But it just doesn't work out. So now it's CleanX left in a 1v3. 40 seconds on the game clock. He's already going to be spotted by Webby, and you know the youngest player in the city.
Solid in the search.
Yeah, usually their issues are on the defensive side, but they can't get anything going on offense. So now at game point 4C9, you're currently thinking whatever play we make is bound to work out. And it's going to be 3 players committing over through ring, but Kips switches up the gun for this round, finds the opening.
That was a, I don't even care, I'm just going to do it my damn self type of call. Runs right up, finds the bomb carrier. Gwyn's still a problem, though, 10-4. He will get some laundry control, but it looks like Kips knows the bomb is down here, and yeah, they're going to bully things out. Now Kips is on for the potential ace. Damage out to Gwyn, left to 8 HP. Kips really wants it. and he'll get what he wanted, at least in terms of the gunfight, but doesn't win it. Insight will finish it off. KOI stay alive.
Yeah, KOI said, all right, screw this. We keep on giving him way too much map control.
Run at you.
Let the rookie pull out the NPC and get loose. That's what Gwyn has been doing all throughout this map. But finally he found
bouncing off the rock. CleanX will be responsible for mid pillars, but encouraged to another big 1v1 win for First Blood, and you can't go away anymore.
It's just one-on-ones when you have 3 players in towards ring. If you take long to control, we can get this bomb planted for free, but CleanX quickly does make up for it. So it's going to be a 3v3, but C9 are already in laundry, trying to contest.
And Gwyn's here, that's the big thing. Whoa, nice shots from Insight. Able to take care of Encourage, and now all of a sudden you do have space to go for a plant. Webby, timing here, top R. Whoa, able to get the read. Nice shots to Abe, but can't quite finish the kill. Webby now in a little bit of trouble, but Gwyn will bounce back into laundry and continue to make sure no one's on the plant. Even better, he finds more damage.
They're trapped.
They sure are. Here comes Webby, trying to finish it all off himself. Able to find one, slips away, throwing shoulders, looking for regen. Able to get the majority of it. Back to full HP, absolutely. 1v1. Just down to can he win the shots? Not the case. And that'll again. It's able to find one, keeps sliding out, finds a second. Now it's just down to dealing with the last couple of defenders over the top of the doorways. But even again, no go. All right, back up. Let's reset, try again.
Just keep on trying to head bash on this side of the map. It's already been 2 minutes wiped away on this first half. Abe is going to be on 4 in a row. But now your teammates are finding the kills that you were looking for. 2 in favor of KOI, make it 3. Only 1 stopper that could potentially make it happen. Encourage falls, and KOI get on the board first.
That is really don't go. It's not there, don't go. But you still keep the pressure up to where Cloud9 can never fully retake the map. It's really brilliant from KOI. And in the process, Abe is able to get himself a Hellstorm. So extra tools available, and as the gunfight finishes here at Dojo, all of a sudden, Encourage is not as a part of the play. That is going to be a second score, unless Insight doesn't slide through correctly. And now it could also possibly critique Cloud9 for not trying to open up the map in other places. EMP will reset back to rooftops. Couple of kills through the middle map. Now all of a sudden have KOI grabbing and once again swinging it back over through mid. Look who's the first one up. This time it's going to be Insight over towards B. Abe quickly trying to get there to help. But the AR of Insight has already found one. Now it's down to try to lock down the others. Insight will drop. Abe in some trouble. EMT trying to make its way forward. CleanX here to assist. Off a little bit of regen. Abe trying to find the kill. Not quite able to get it. Kips the 1v1 with a pistol.
No way!
Just slides underneath Webby. Third score is in.
And the movement way too good there from the rookie. 3-0 is going to be the ending half unless KOI have another chance to get score number 4. They're already finding every single kill around the mid-map. They have one more opportunity at this. C9 need to iron up. They need to clutch up.
This could get nasty. Nezra's way out of the play.
Big frag.
Not going to quite land. Nezra will fall off the pinch. Insight dealing some damage over the middle of the map. Encourage seen moving over towards the backside of the beat. CleanX right there with him. 22 seconds left in this extended time. Semtex down. CleanX will fall. Abe trying to follow, able to find one of the trades, but time is an issue here. You've got to find a way to make a move. And Abe is going to find a couple of pop shots, trying to make his way over. Predicts Webby in the corner.
No way.
Comes through. They're going to be able to find the 4th if they can find one more kill. Went off the cross. Nezra right there with them. Kip's able to get over, but he can't get through the window. Almost able to get to 4, but still a 3-0 Cali.
And that's just way too easy there for KOI. It felt like all 4 dead. Kips with the NPC, trying to lead the way for score number 4, but loses that initial fight. And now you're going to play the patient game. Potentially Abe on the pinch is going to be the decider.
Yeah, man, I mean, we're entering the bottom of the second here, and it's still 3-0 KOI. Like, the time is just not an ally right now to Cloud9. Nice shots from able to finish off Encourage. Nezra through the mid-cut. Maybe you can follow behind this play, but you do gunfights from the front. They're not able to, so now all of a sudden Nezra's out. It's just down to if Encourage can get in a position to stop this, and it's not going to happen. Kips gets the detonation. 4-0 KOI.
2 minutes left to go in this game. See, you put your teammates in a position, just get the CMP the hell out of here.
Yeah, but Kips will win a pistol fight that he really has no business winning. EMP gets pushed back a little bit further towards Dojo. Webby on 4, make it 5. Nice shots from Wev. Opportunity to push forward. It's only CleanX in the way. He finds one, not quite able to find the rest, and Cloud9 are on the board.
1:35 left to go. Reset is going to be all the way over towards the rooftops, and you're simply going to be outgunned on this side of the map. Space being taken here from over. C9 cannot get out of their spawn. It's been like 9 straight minutes of them just holding a pre-aim, expecting a flank to happen. And if it's not coming in, KOI are going to hit you from a different spot.
Yeah.
45 seconds left before this overload is going to be done and dusted, but 3 kills do go in favor of Cloud9. Just not the most important one. Kip finds 1 kill and shuts it all down.
Yeah, and that was your potential EMP carrier. Defense will spawn back up. Nezra just trying to stretch something forward will be shut down. You have to go if you're encouraged, so he's going to force the issue here. But this has been just as good as we would have expected from KOI. Opportunity will, no, not quite be there to get a second on the board. Would have made the scoreline maybe a little bit more manageable, but this will be it. Really well done from KOI. This is what we talk about all the time. It's been all year long. Just don't allow KOI to get a chance to play Den. They're good at it.
This has always been their bread and butter. With Joe DeC's on the lineup, now with Abe in the lineup, is still looking very polished in either Hardpoint or the overload.
The Hardpoint looking for first blood, and Courage will hold that back. Good patience here from Cloud9, just kind of reading the play before they collapse on it, but they're not able to because CleanX will take it into his own hands. Follow up over through bottom pit. CleanX gets a read, I think. Yeah, now he does. Should be an easy one, and it is. 3-0 start for CleanX again on the Hardpoint.
Yeah, and the spawns have yet to flip, but KOI are dominating all of the map, and Cloud9 are already put in a tough situation. Are we going to contest this? Well, realistically, you have to. But if you're going to contest this and lose those fights, you're instantly going to flip the map on its head. Not the start that you wanted to potentially try to force this game. Number 5, KOI coming out the gate swinging in another Hardpoint.
I love that little step-by-step journey that KOI take as well. You clear out the middle, sure, but then you put yourself in position to control pit. Now all of a sudden Cloud9 can only hit you through rocks, so you rotate to warehouse. Beautiful, well done. Lots of time here though in the scrap for Cloud9. Mitigate the damage done, at least on the scoreboard, but now we head over to P2. KOI are in position.
First gunfight does go to Evie though. This is instantly going to fall on the pinch as well, so it's going to be 3 players from KOI potentially spawning out, but 2 players are still going to spawn in towards the back. There was no pressure around the backside, so Cloud9 got to hold this from the front.
You do get insight to spawn all the way out, but nades are starting to land, and now all of a sudden you've got CleanX knocking on your side door. Already getting a little bit of damage done. Also gets a read of the players outside at boxes. Only one more to find inside, and CleanX is doing whatever he wants. 2 in a row. Kip's following up will find his trade, and KOI will reestablish control of the hill.
And this final 20 seconds is going to go their way. C9, when you get 3 kills off the rotation, maybe send someone towards the back so you can block those close spawns. So you could potentially soak up all of this time, but now you have to cut your losses. We have to start thinking about the next HP, but it's already 2 players spawning all the way across the map. KOI are just going to send it.
Yep, why not? Every gunfight a big one right here for Cloud9. Need to find a win. Kip's on 4, gets number 5, now playing over the back, able to see 1, almost able to find encourage, but CleanX once again has his back, has his trade. Nezra does get through. Abe is trying to quickly find that pick. He's got eyes on him. Help is on the way. Nezra in some trouble here, but they can't find the full kill. Insight's still finessing for it, and eventually he will drop. KOI will have the rotation.
And if you are KOI and get this final 40 seconds, you might call game very early into this one. C9 needed to have a response. All right, P2 didn't go your way because we didn't hit the proper route, but you needed to cut your losses and win the rotation over towards New, but now we're not finding any of those gunfights to go our way. It's going to be almost an 100-point lead as we end out the P3. And Cloud9, we need to dig our feet in the sand and stand up.
Not looking good, Jay. Not looking good.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, it's just staggered spawn after staggered spawn, too. I mean, the respawn timer is something that we don't often talk a ton about, but Movistar KOI are getting the first 2, finding a third, and then they're all pushing out to then find the 4th. So no one's able to spawn up together, and now another quick rotation play for KOI, able to cut down Cloud9 before they can get to Grox. And, yep, Jay, this one is an absolute BTA beatdown.
Yeah, it's just getting farther and farther away from Cloud9's dreams. About to be at 100-point difference, and we're only on hill number 4. They are surrounding the KOI, though, in towards Dojo. But it's still CleanX, Mr. Moldsy kill, Mr. Light up the kill feed. He's so hard to take care of. And all that was a distraction. Teammates are here.
Yep, Abe able to find 1 through bar window. Cloud9 is able to get into the hardpoint for some much-needed time. We'll keep it inside a triple-digit deficit. CleanX, nice route. Perfect timing, perfect kills. Last one to find inside the hardpoint. Easy, no problems. Quick rebreak for the scrap time. KOI already running over to 5.
Yeah, even if KOI are losing rotations on their first break attempt, it's 4 up, 4 down. They can't get any better than this. An 100-point lead. Insight's got the bailout Hellstorm. He's probably going to call it in right now, knowing that his teammates just went 3 dead over at P5.
He's already got a minute 50 in the hardpoint about.
Big chillin'.
Hanging out, having a good time. Hellstorm on the way in, splits Cloud9 into 2 different pieces. CleanX is going to go try to hunt over through pit with Abe. They will find 1. And then the rest of the play will happen over towards Warehouse. They'll find that. Just about as good as you get.
Again.
Here we go. Back onto the hill.
Doesn't pick up anything with the Hellstorm, but he obviously spots out where every single player was from C9. So a perfect opportunity again to just break in with a clean 4 dead and keep that score continuously going on up. Still in a 100-point lead, but all right, it's any time to start to spawn in, it's right now if you're C9.
Yep. Can't spell Gwyn without win. He's finding some dubs. 10 and 12. Back into the mix after 3 in a row. Nedra able to get into the hard point here for Cloud9. And they will exit the first rotation down about 100. So we know what needs to happen. You have to win the rotation to 2. And you have to put pressure to at least split the time at 3. That just has to be the first point here if you're Cloud9.
So far, at least creating a lot of space through the middle of the map. Dominating with these NPCs with never on 2 in a row. But it's Insight going to commit on the Chow, and Insight is going to pay for it. So C9 starting to get those guns hot. That's going to be 3 for 1, make it all 4 dead, but Spawn still in control of KOI.
Yeah, man, if you can slow down CleanX and Kips, we're not out of this yet. We're not done. Webby putting some pressure through Dojo. Team worked out, no problem there. Here comes the hit for Movistar KOI. Encourageable to shut down the first. Needs help, though, because the pinch is on the way. Good nade from Nedra will give a little bit of space to focus these gunfights. Nedra gets a second. Now you got to start working on spawns, though. 14 seconds left with the new hard point. Nedra doesn't look to his left and right before he crosses the street. Kips will find 2, and KOI will have the rotation.
And Kips also finds 3, so that rotation is going to be crystal clear for at least the first 15 seconds initially at the P2. Abe creating space to the front. Also able to win his one-on-one, and now he's just going to get out. He's going to force Webby to put a lot of focus on him, and the knife is not good enough to take care of Encourage. But this one-on-one is going to be massive there from Gwyn. This is where you hit that long route. This is where you're going to spawn at least one player all the way across the map. 4v3, let's bang it.
Oh, but Abe's able to win the first one. Still pretty healthy. Couple of shots in, but you get the kill on the hard point as well. So Cloud9, okay, able to get themselves into the mix. If you can put together a couple of waves of gunfight kills here, maybe there's a chance to win the rotation over to New as well. That could put you into this map very quickly. Contest in for Movistar KOI. Last player to find. Gwyn, able to find the shadow. CleanX who just dives on into the window, but the close spawns for Cloud9 will keep him in the hill.
And see, that's what you talked about right there if you are Cloud9. If we would have did that on the first go-around, we potentially have a tie game now going into the second B3. But now it's the final 10 seconds. We gotta take some space. You have cut the deficits down by a drastic amount. And you're also finding kills off the rotation, so depending on how quickly Abe is gonna spawn up, the new hill just pops. KOI fully set up.
Okay, now you have to win these gunfights, and Webby gives you the first from the front. Turns over, finds the second, that's absolutely massive. Now you've got the back staircase to work off of. Over the top, nice shots from Webby, but he's off the reload. You have to play your life here if you're Web. You've got a really great angle, finds himself another elimination. Now you've got help that's here, but it's a little bit staggered, it's a little bit scattered. You don't have all 4 players here. You've got the front doors to contest, but you need to find a way to hit this at the same time, and they just cannot get set up. They can't get structured. Gwyn, the only one to find a meaningful impact kill. Encourage late off this.
It's a good route, though.
Yeah, but it's still, that's 40 seconds already done and dusted. You might get the back 20, though.
Yeah, you desperately need this back 20, so it's only going to be a 50-point deficit, but this is where you need to be able to take some space. Leave one guy at hold, someone work on a deep route, because you know it's so much time that KOI have to work if they're going to put themselves in the most ideal setup possible. CleanX finds the first. Abe tries to play for the trade, but don't worry, you got the other
front, 1 through mid, 1 up top. Everything being hit all at once. Insight in some trouble, but it'll still somehow manage to get 1. CleanX working with the long-standing duo. And Gwyn getting behind would now have to be the only one potentially impact the hill. He's able to turn and put himself onto 3. Huge triple. Cloud9 are in.
Sometimes you might just need to look at your leader, the most experienced player, to give you that moment that you desperately were looking for to potentially come back into this game. But KOI still are winning a majority of the gunfights, knocking at the front door. Effective trade. You cannot win here, but you can get pretty damn close.
Gwyn trying to follow up with another special wipe, but not going to happen. And boy, would they love to have had a trophy system during that potential hold. Just no one had one earned yet. Courage trying to hang on and keep this contest alive while you've got Gwyn working on rotation to New. Still doable, especially if Encourage can continue to finesse, able to finesse at least a little bit longer on top of the time. But now we take our attention to the 5th hill, and it's going to be Gwyn there first.
Man, they're fully set up guns right through the front, and I love this pinch play. Set it up from Webby.
Yeah.
Going to be able to find the first, but your teammates don't find effective trades. Numbers in favor of KOI, but they're playing impatient for the next wave.
As you're able to work out with Encourage to at least neutralize some of the time here as the hit from KOI starts to develop. Long route from CleanX. Not the gun you want, but he's still finding a lot of damage. And he's, of course, putting pressure on the potential spawn situation as well. Insight wins one. Turns this over to find Webby for the second.
Flip.
And that will be a spawn flip, hill flip. Everything turning up in favor of KOI to close the game out here.
Yeah, and Glenn is going to lose that initial fight. You need that guy to open up with one. Final 10 seconds, potentially, of C9 season.
244 to 176, last hit. A be able to shut down the first. Damage over the top for another. CleanX going to follow behind this, looking for the last couple of seconds. Not quite able to find the final punch. Insight just watching the exit. Meanwhile, rotation for Cloud9 will get them over to the bar first, but they're playing for kills before they play for the time.
Yeah, maybe play for the time because they only need 3 more seconds all game, but they're thinking about bottom pit control. So far you go 1 for 1, but it's Abe with a double, and this might be it.
Very well might be. Last 1v1 for Kips will likely determine it unless Encourage can find the kill. Not going to happen. KOI will put Cloud9's key to the crusher and make their way into the playoff bracket.
In every single one of those respawns. It seemed like Cloud9 were just playing a little bit nervous here on Friday instead of Thursday. You outclassed them. You were dictating the pacing of the game. The search and destroy's got some conversations to have, but other than that, extremely clean series from KOI.
I agree. Absolutely agree. Nice stuff. Continues to ride that same kind of wave that we saw from the first 2 days, if you're a KOI fan. Cloud9, at least a moment to shrug off some of the doubt after taking care of a mid. That's decent news. Search and destroy was the only thing that really carried this group of rookies through, but they will find their keys, crushed KOI, like we said, into the playoff bracket, and we've got Insight on the main stage for the post-game reaction.
All right, KOI, lock in the next quarterfinal spot. I'm standing by with Insight. I think it's safe to say you're not that loved here in Paris.
No, I mean, what happened in Birmingham, I guess, you know, turned them against me, so.
You don't mind though, do you?
Nah, it's all right. It makes it fun, you know, coming out and people booing you and stuff, gives you that extra, you know, push.
Yeah, I mean, look, I was speaking to your parents a little bit earlier on. Johnny said, what do we think of Gentlemates? And then he actually finished the sentence. So is it nice to know that your dad backs you as much as he does?
Absolutely. My dad's been with me since day one. You know, he'll go to battle for me. He's that guy.
You're a seasoned veteran. This roster, you've had some ups and downs, that's for sure, this season. Feels like things are clicking a little bit more now here on the main stage. You feeling good about your chances here?
Yeah, it's definitely been a topsy-turvy season. You know, something we've been able to figure out over and over again. But, you know, I feel like right now we're playing some good COD. And if we can keep it going into the top teams, you know, who knows what could happen.
Absolutely. I'll tell you what's about to happen. We're about to crush our first key up here on the STC Arena main stage. Should we go and do it?
Absolutely, well.
Come on, Insight. Let's go and crush the first key here on the main stage. We saw some fall yesterday over on the B stream, but go and join our key master. He'll show you exactly what you need to do. This will be the first of several here today on this Friday in Paris as Insight holds the lever. They were counted out long before they ever arrived in Paris. C9 fought to give their season one last chapter. But that right there is where it ends. Insight, come and join me. Just a couple last questions here. How was that?
That's actually my first one in 3 years, so it actually feels good.
I'll tell you what must feel good as well. Despite the fact that you've got some hate coming up here, there are some Brits abroad. I'm sure you can hear them. There's some guys down here, some over here as well. Have you got a shout for your fans here that have travelled to Paris?
I love it, guys. I can hear you through the game. It's amazing. I was locked in, but I love it, boys. Come on.
Insight, thank you very much, mate. We'll see how far you go, and you'll find out who you face off against in the draw later on. But for now, Movistar KOI are in the quarterfinals.